Yeah, we talking Judah, we talking Judah. Yeah, we right here, man. The earliest form, Khan. So they got their Yahweh, but all they did was flipped HaWah, because Yahweh backwards is the Hey, right? The Hey. H-E, or H, or A, or A-H. The inhale is feminine, the exhale, masculine, your framer, your shaper. We cover this, right? So everything's written in the first 7 letters of the Paleo, Picto, ancient Hebrew. And just study the first 7, and then you can start building your wall for Joy World and seeing what's contained in it and surrounding it. And, you know what I mean? Then you can start to work and know who you worship because you already got it within your first 7 letters. When you walk through the door, you got the framer and shaper, the breath and security, a secure breath. When you walk through the door, but first you had to gather the gom. First, that strong power had to enter your house for you to tribe up and move through an entrance and get the breath and get the security and get the food and the protection and the separation cut off, the hijack. Get your nourishment. So before you can get your Zion or Zon, you had to get your Hwah. Yahweh backwards. Ha, W, right? They put that there for a reason. Hwah. And even the way is supposed to be the Hwah, but they put the Yah in front, the defiance in front. This is what they do to us. They put the defiance in front, right? And you think you're saying some Hebrew, yada yada, but there ain't no Yah. You're talking about the Yud in the Hebrew, which comes after you already have built your wall and separated it. Now you got that arm and closed hand, that connection. The work is going in, the handiwork is going in. Now you can know, you know what I'm saying, what happens, you know, when you blow out that fire that comes out to tame these hijacks. All this is inside of you, that teaching, that lam, that shepherd staff. You could tell the story, but that Yod is not the same as Yah. And the Yah on the names is not hijack, I mean, you know, but it's not the creator's name. I'm just talking to the, you know, partner of Nathan, because I know Nathan already knows this, right? The creator's name ain't the Yod. When they say Yod, hey, Wad, hey, they're adding the Yod. Why? Because they want to add defiance or dismissal. They're hijacking the Yod in the Hebrew like they hijacked the number 8 to put it on the 9, right? Who got that drop? They come together with the opposites, right? So, you know, you're going to get the creator's name before you get to Zion, your Zion. Before you built that wall, the creator's name got to be in here. So when we go back to Hwah, and they hit us with the Yahweh, and we read that it's a hypothetical reconstruction of their tetragrammaton, Yod, Hey, Wad, Hey. And even for my Hey, Nagas, even they know to put the Wah in there. But all they're doing is adding the Yah, right? Adding defiance in your face. And the Jehovah, there ain't no letter J, so just stop it. Letter J is a recent invention of a letter that don't even exist. The Hova is supposed to be the Ha-Wah, because they changed the V's, the W's, the Wah, to the VAVs, you see. They're changing W's to V's right in your face. You got to get back to the earlier form. They're going to change the W's to V's, and now you got Hova instead of HaWah, because the hijack is afraid of Hawah's name. The hijack can't speak Hwah, so they gave you all these swervings and reconstructions and hypotheticals and assumptions and imperfectives of the Hebrew verb Hwah. They gave you an imperfective. What is an imperfective? It's not perfect. It's wrong. It's a swerve of Hwah. They gave you a swerving of Hwah, and they're telling you the truth. And they're letting you know that it's the earlier form of hey ya. Here they took the W, changed it with a Y. Here they took the W, changed it with a V. Through the same imperfective of the Hebrew root verb, HaWah. Is, was, to be, to become. Look up Strong's 1961. They're going to say hey ya. And when they say hey ya, know that they're afraid of Hawah's name. They can't speak Hawah's name. You got to go find it. See it in the place names like Hawaii, or who they call Hwah, Joshua. See it in the names. You'll find the Wah. Hwah, the UA, the OA. Kia Wah Wah. In the sense of the one who is the existing one. It's not Yahweh, but HaWah. So you're going to see Hwah in the first 7 letters. The AH is an inhale, breath, right? How do you breathe? Go. The first thing you do is inhale. If you're in some water, you got to take a breath. You come out, the first thing you're going to do is inhale or exhale. You exhaling in the water. You inhaling when you come out the water. And then you got the breath. Now you got security. Now you can do that punch, that kick, that elbow. Wow. You see it? Do you see it? The O, the U, Wah. So they replace it with a UA, HUA, OA, something like that. It's still the same sound. Wah. W, Wah. We just, we just coming on with it, man. Before you can get your Zan, you had to get your HaWah. Before you can get your David, before you can get your Zan, you still have to get your Dawi too, right? The D is the door. The W, and then another door. That's how you will write David's name in the paleo is a D, W, D, right? So it'll be like one of these little upside down triangle flows, right? And then the Wah, which is like a tent peg, right? It keeps it secure, it keeps the tent, it keeps the house secure. Right? And then you got another door. There's 2 doors when it comes to David. And both of those are reached before your Zion. Just like you got Hwah right before your Zion. I'm just saying, pay attention. The D, the Ha, the Dal, the Ha, the Wah are the 4th, 5th, and 6th letters before the. This is why they're interchanged, and this is why you know who that firstborn is. His name is present before the food is able to nourish, man. Before you got your cutoff separation, you got your David, your Dawood. Before you got your Zan, you got David. Before you got your Zan, you got Hwah. You don't see Jesus' name before you get your Zan? Find it, man.